A role is a position, also called a ministry, duty, qualification or skill, which needs to be filled by one or more suitably qualified persons in order to stage the event, which has been defined up in the left hand corner. For example, for a church service we have a speaker, a service leader, we have perhaps some vocals, we have someone on the door greeting, we might have a creche operator. And you can see how this has been set up already. They're created and managed in the roles panel. To create a role, you click New under the Roles menu, and this is my new role. Then for each role you define which members, so click on the Members tab, right click, select New Member, and I can specify which individuals are going to be serving on this role. So we have a new role, and these are the people that can serve in that role. Now for this role we can define which events require this role. Now by default, when you create a new role, all events will in fact require it. So here in applies to events we have all events, but if for instance it only applies to the Sunday AM service, I can drop that over there, and let's say it also applies to Sunday PM service. Now I might need, for instance in this new role, I might need 2 people for this new role, and so I can specify the number of people that are required to serve. And in the PM service I only need 1 person in that role. I can also define a number of other parameters, including whether to schedule the person just once or to try and schedule them perhaps twice in a row, perhaps 2 Sundays in a row or 3 Sundays in a row, or maybe to specify that to schedule them 2 weeks in a row. And if you specify 2 weeks, for instance, this will require those same 2 people to be scheduled 2 weeks in a row. So whoever's scheduled will be scheduled 2 weeks in a row. And there's a few other settings that can be set, and those such as round robin scheduling, numbering the people in that role event, and other parameters which are specified in the manual. Also, for roles, when a person is scheduled in a role, normally Smartroster won't allow them to be scheduled in other roles at the same time. However, sometimes that is indeed the case, that a person can be scheduled in more than one role. Let's say for instance that a person could be a service leader and a song leader. So you'll see that under compatible roles for song leader, service leader is marked as compatible. That means that Smartroster can schedule that person in both. They can serve both. In fact, you can change the compatibility for anything from can serve both to always must be on both. Now if you specify always on both, then that means that if a person is available for both roles, then Smartroster will require them both to be served on both those roles in any single service. So that's compatible roles. And as there are some other features as well which are shown here, such as the contact person for that role, and that will show up in reports which show that role on it.